Hello, how are you? It's me, Dalia. Welcome to my video. And this video is meant for parents, family members, and the children. And today I'm going to talk about how to paint on glass. So what materials will you need? Let's go ahead and go through them. First, you're going to need a glass. And you can get your glass. Here's one that is glass, comes with frame. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. That's right, $1. That's a good deal. And so if you don't have glass hanging around the home, you can get this for $1. Now, you can also find glass around your house. This is where I got this from. I had it around the house with the frame. The frame's all busted up, but the glass is still good. So I used that little big piece of glass. Now, paint. You'll need black paint. You can also use with your black paint, and I highly recommend it, use blue, red, and green. You'll need a container for You'll need a container for water and 2 brushes. These are the brushes that I use. One's a flathead brush and the other one's a roundhead brush. And you'll need those. And this would be nice. It's a rag. Also, to get your paint to stick, I highly recommend you use glue. It doesn't have to be Elmer's brand. It could be just plain white glue that you get at the dollar store. I'm going to go ahead and take Payne's Gray or black, and I'm going to squeeze some in there. And I hate doing this because this is really expensive paint that I'm using right now. I would prefer to use a student grade paint for this. So there's some black, and here's student grade blue. I'm going to squeeze blue in there. And so I'm literally squeezing maybe a tablespoon, I would say it's a tablespoon. And so for every tablespoon that you put down, you go ahead and you put 2 tablespoons of white glue down. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some green paint on there. Can you see this? Squeeze some green. That's plenty of that. And I'm going to squeeze some red in there. Now eventually this should all look black. And if it doesn't, then you're going to have to add more black to this. And let's, for good measure, put more glue in there. Alright, that's for the red and green. Alright, now take the air out of the bag. Seal it. And let your friend, your little guy or little girl, your little one, and this is a fun sensory project for them. They can see what's happening, and you're going to ask them that they need to mix all these colors. See if they can get it all to blend in. And so they'll squeeze it, and it's wonderful. It feels good on the hands, and they can see what's happening. And then try to get them to push the colors down by pinching it and dragging the paint down. Pinch and drag. Here we go. And then squeeze. And you can see it's starting. I put enough black in there that the black should take over. And if you can barely see the green, you can still see the blue. That's okay. Now, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the corner. So you're going to take the paint away from the corner, push it out of the way, and you literally just want to take off a little bit. If you do too much, then it's going to be too thick. So you want to cut just a teeny Bedini piece. All right, so I'm almost done, and you can see the black is already spreading. So here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up. So if you enjoy watching me squeeze paint out, you can enjoy this last bit. Yes. So these are lily pads, and this is the mouth of the fish opened up, and this is the stem of the lily pad, which goes all the way this way, and here's the other side of the stem. And then these right here are just imitation of the water, and I just broke it up as though they are glass chips. And I believe I am done. So there it is. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours now, and you can see that the shapes that were opened up are kind of closing in. Like, that's really small. It wasn't that small when I started off with the squeezing of the paint. So now this has to sit for 24 hours till it's completely dry, and then you'll go ahead and paint it with your other colors and glue. So let's move this aside. So now I use tempera paint. Remember, if your child wants to try this, your little one, your smaller one, and just wants to experiment with squeezing of the paint, I recommend that they do it on paper first so that they get a feel of what it's going to be like to squeeze the paint. And you want to encourage them when they're squeezing to go high. Do not touch the paper. You see how it's dots? Try to get lines by continuously squeezing, and move your arm back and forth, maybe to make shapes. And this will be practice for them. And once they get the feel of it, then you can give them a glass to do. So I am going to get a glass because I want to see how tempera paint sticks to glass. Now this mixture that I have here has the glue, has the black, has the red, green, has the colors that we used in the other one, except it's tempera. So here's the glass, no drawing, we're freestyling. And your child is going to make dots, and if he squeezes harder, there will be continuous lines. Encourage them to move throughout the glass. Connect these lines together and make shapes. Keep the shapes large. And then if he starts doing too much like this, it's time to move on to paper again. Because this is just black. You want to be able to paint on it. And so you say, stop. Time, let's go back to paper now. But since I kind of know, I want to see a couple more shapes in here. And so I'm just going to do a little bit more away from that. And I think I'm good. I think this is good. So stop, Dalia. That's it. Done. Also has to dry for 24 hours. And If your child's not done, not a big deal, because you have more paper. And so your child can continue to squeeze paint. Okay, this is the one where we use tempera. And remember that heavy spot? It's still wet. So I'm just gonna not paint around that area, but I'm going to go ahead and start painting this piece using tempera paint and glue. Each one of these colors has the glue for it, and then I'll probably mix some to make new colors. Alright, I'm going to start this and then I'll show you what it looks like after. Alright, this is the tempera one. Every child is different, just like every adult is different, and so what I did will be totally different from what your child does, and whatever you do, it'll be totally different from your child. Anyways, this one's done. We'll take pictures when it's dry. Alright, want to see what it looks like? It's not dry, but I'm so excited that I have to show it to you. This is tempera paint. And you can see the black is very opaque, and the colors are more translucent, and light will come through. It looks very different when the light doesn't go through, and I'll take pictures of that too. So this is tempera paint, all of it with glue. Okay, my friends, the black is completely dry now and we're ready to paint. Now remember, I said this was a koi fish, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow. I don't want it to be flat, so I'm going to add more than just one color from my combination of colors. Also, you're going to add glue. Every time you paint, you want to add glue to your paint. So I'm going to add about the same amount. Actually, that's more than enough for this, so I'll save some of that for my other colors. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, mix it with the yellow, take a little bit of that orange, mix it in. I think I want it more orangey, so I'm going to keep mixing it in. And the glue, the purpose of the glue is to help it stick to the glass. Let's see how this looks. Alright, so I'm using my round head brush right now. And the reason I like to use this one is because if you don't get up to the black edges, you're going to have a little clear area. And you want to cover the whole area right up to the black. And the round brush works really well for that. So let's see, where do I want my orange? I think I'm going to put orange on this side of his face. And I'm going to try to get it right up to the black. And to test to see if I actually got it up to the black is when I lift it up and hold it up to the light. That'll tell me if I actually